Alright, welcome back from the desk of low. Now, as you can see this time, we're not over the phone this time, we're over the internet, so you can actually see the guest this time. Man, when I first interviewed this guy, I love to see the growth of an artist, man. I remember when he had 8K followers. Now he's at 24K followers now. And like, one of his albums is approaching 1 million streams. So, man, just to be able to see, like, after everything after Hella Gray, man, it's been a pleasure. So without further introduction, I'd like to welcome back Eto.
The desk of low. What's up, brother? I didn't know who you were at first. I'm like, who is this dude?
I get that a lot.
Nah, it's all good. How you feeling?
Man, we doing good over here, man. So, I gotta ask, how does it feel to have multiple albums after Hella Gray and one approaching 1 million streams?
Yeah, man, it feels good. We're getting great feed, man. The love is great. A lot more people catching on.
Man.
So, it's been a great run.
And so I gotta ask, so after the release of Hell's Roof, did you know that things were gonna start taking off the way it did, or everything kind of came by surprise after the release of Hell's Roof?
Yeah, I kind of knew, they're working with the big homie Muggs, knowing to get great results out of that. Out west, a lot of love out there due to that. But you gotta take it upon yourself as well. So I wasn't expecting the results.
So, like I said, with the crack documentaries, skits in between the songs of Hell's Roof, it really showcased like your talent as an MC and like the branding within the music too. But what I also liked about this project, we got a glimpse into Roc Amerika. Shout out to Big Twins and Fleetwood.
Yes. I didn't know what the end results were going to sound like until Mark's completed it. So, he's the man behind that whole soundscape. Flew me out, like I said, and I just went to work. But he arranges everything. He puts the magic together. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And I also know that he surprised you with the Rock Marcy feature. That must have been like a crazy surprise just to like walk in and be like, whoa.
Man, Roc Marcy, man, shout out to Rock. That's my boy. He supports me, man. There's love over there.
Yes, sir. Obviously, real spitters, I gotta acknowledge the real ones too.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Big Twins, Flea Lord, Fama Lama, Willie the Kid on there.
Mayhem again.
Man. Shout out the guys, man.
Man, so like, dude, the thing that I like about your career is that you've been at this for a very long time and you never slowed up. If anything now, you're having like probably some of the best moments in your career right now. Because when I listen to the beauty of it, like that is one hell of a well-rounded project to like put out as a complete album too. Like even with the flows, like even with some of the tracks, like No, like you have lines like, they ain't let me in. I forced my way in. I've sold to pray. I teach my kids the same. They won't miss the train or hate around where the horses play. Like, I was like, damn. And then that aggressive style, I was like, ooh, this new.
Respect, man. Alien Roswell, shout out to him. My first time working with him and a lot of people's first time hearing him. That beat right there has won me over forever. So shout out to him.
See, but what I like about this project is too, like you always personal in your music, but it feels like with this album, though, you really dug deep into like showing your personal side too. Like even like with the tracks like Nothing Like Me, like I never would have expected to hear an Eto over a track like that, especially with the chorus like so beautifully by the woman. I forget her name. My bad.
The Hemingway, man, she's amazing. We got prior records. You can hear Rich Poor. We did that some years back. Shout out to Big Ooh, he connected that Trenton, Jersey all day.
Okay.
Shout out to
So I like how you said that you have records of her prior to now too. So what made you like want to continue having this into the beauty of it? Because it's like a dark reality into the world now too, but it also has its ups and downs within the project.
Yeah, well, the best part for me was working with the different producers and gathering them up and just finally giving you a piece that I run and it's not solely with just one producer. So that was the beauty of it. And these guys extending their arm back with no questions asked and just reaching back and lining it up. And it took months for that one. I think I started in September. I didn't finish till maybe February, March. So.
Oh damn! So oh wow, okay. So this is why this project sounds like so beautiful at the end result now too, because you really put a lot of thought and effort into this.
Yeah, well, shit, man. Everything I do. But that one was it was like being able to do what I wanted, you know, and just freelancing. Getting different sounds, different feels. Pissing in bottles is probably the most different.
That's hard, that one.
Green Lantern with the warped sound and all that. It was cool.
See, you're very vivid within your rhymes now, too, because when I listen to tracks like Nothing Like Me now, too, I get like a cinematic feel with it now, too, because you paint a picture with your words like, gotta love him, no wonder I'm hated. And if we talking dues, only one in them paid it. See, I can only walk in shoes only hustlers prayed in. Contradict that, standing in the slums that I made in. When I hear that, I think that song should be in an LA crime movie.
Yeah, that one's special. We actually just got that spinning right here in Rochester on the station.
Okay.
Peter Rosenberg is spinning our stuff every Sunday, you know. Shout out to him. So yeah, right now, my aim right now is to get it heard. Shea 45, they spin us all the time. Shout out to them. You know, I don't care if it's Eclipse, Tony Touch, you know, Premier, they spinning our stuff. So they catching on, and I'm highly appreciated and thankful.
Yeah, and it's well deserved now too, because you've been at this for a long time. So, like, I remember like digging up tracks from my first interview from like '07. I was like, damn, yo.
Yeah, hold on. I was telling my bro Jay, I said, man, I know I'm familiar with something. We did an interview like, 3 years ago, give or take?
Yes, sir.
With Descalo, right?
Yeah, what 1 year ago?
I've been watching you, man. It wasn't 1 year ago, you sure?
I released a lot of content within this past year, so it's just been...
You working, man. You got a lot of, you know, I like what you're doing, man. So, you know, I got to support, and thank you for having me.
Oh, well, hey, I always like to have the return of my guests now, too, especially, like, the growth now, too. Like, I always tell this to my OGs. You're one of the very few artists with interludes that I can rock out to, like the Guilty interlude, or, like, the Innocence and Purpose. The Purpose interlude, that's my shit right there.
Yeah, man. Damage, Be Done. Man, you know, that's as dark as it get.
What made you like want to have interludes within this album now too? Because there's very few artists that have interludes that you go back to and listen to like a regular song.
Yeah, that's the beef and Brock, man. You know, we got to beef it up a bit, but I had to make it a point to not just let it spin out. You know how most interludes are most likely just fade out and, you know, have a tune spinning or something. So I had those bars on it.
Okay. Now,
pretty much soundscape it out. I had a lot of fun creating that piece. There's a lot of joints that didn't make the cut.
Oh, I can imagine.
You know, I pick normally. But normally, you know, I make sure whatever I do is a go. I had so many gems, I had to pick them. It's a lot of, you know, new ones that's coming on the next one that didn't make this one.
Okay.
I got a bunch of things brewing.
Now, like I said now too, like this project's one hell of a project. But then another thing I like is that Canadian and Rochester connection right there too with the Beloved track, because you touch on the topic of snitch culture now too. And what I like about that is like the conversation that you have with like even in the second verse, like, damn, the OD telling, but I always wanted to be an OG felon. Yeah, how can you look at your fam in the crowd and point them out? That's bad.
Yeah, that came about just Marco Polo sent that. That's one of the first beats I got actually for the beauty of it. I don't know. I'd just be in a certain groove. I might have watched some shit. I might have watched the interview with him. Like, yeah, I like that, man. We use that for a skit, you know. And that's how that came about. One of those nights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
pretty much.
But you touch on the topic of snitch culture now too, and it's like if you're not about that life, then don't try to be in it. Though, like the way that this game is rigged now too, it's just like man, like I don't celebrate no snitch.
Yeah, I'm no longer involved, and I make music, man.
Yes,
So
sir.
we allowed to talk about it.
Oh yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? Yeah, it's a lot of shit going on, you know, that I don't want nothing to do with it. So I'm out the way, make music, few bucks. You know what I'm saying?
And also like
You
create
know,
a legacy for yourself now too, because like I bet when you look back in like 5 or 6 years, you're gonna really like appreciate everything that you've been doing within these past 2 years. Because like, man, like you got a track with Vinny Paz.
I appreciate it highly now.
Oh, can you say that one more time, Eto? You cut out.
I appreciate everything that we do.
And see, that's good that you're appreciative now too, because that's how your blessings come in more. Like you have amazing chemistry with Vinny Paz, Lord Goat, and Ill Bill called Metal Lords. I think y'all should make a group like Slaughterhouse and call it Metal Lords. That would be hard as fuck.
It's crazy you say that because I got a lot of inboxes and comments of people saying, "What is this? A group of Metal Lords?" You know, they didn't know what we was up to, but you know, I got history with Gore. Shout out my boy Puppet. You know, V-Dom. We all got history from years back. So glad to say I finally got with Vin and Bill. You know what I'm saying? Finally, you know, that was a good one, a great one. Also produced by Alien Rosewell.
Whew, man, I gotta reach out to that. You got some crazy production now too, and
Yeah,
like,
amazing.
and like what I like about you too, you're a very loyal person. I noticed now too, because I like how you gave Joe Black. Shout out to my guy Jay Black. I love how you got Jay Black 2 solo verses on No Reply. But y'all been rocking with each other since 2011, hence the murder.
No, he wasn't gonna let me do that at first. That was for his solo.
Oh,
I had
really?
to talk a minute. Yeah, I forgot to talk a minute. First Flight is Coming is produced entirely by me. And that was one of the records off his piece. I'm like, yo, nah, I gotta use this. Like,
Yeah.
this is the one we need. This the one we need with you, you know. They're gonna catch boom. Yo, they love Jay Black. Jay Black is on his way. He working. You know what I'm saying? We got Thou Shalt Kill, First Flight. I'm kind of like slowing things up right now. I got so much going on. But Black know, you know, when he come, everything stops. So Thou Shalt Kill is coming. First Flight is coming. Jay Black is coming. So that's my brother. We've been doing this since 15, 20 years ago.
Man, like, and like, I was bumping some of the old tapes, like the Full Capital tape y'all did in 2011 and 2012. I'm like, damn, yo, this is hard as fuck.
See, the thing about a lot of our releases, they shook the town. Like, we got Rochester. Rochester got our back. So, honestly, like, even myself, like, we just now started getting on this digital thing and on the platforms and stuff. So, it take a little time. But they catching on. The people, you know, they getting hip to it. And, you know, it gets better and better.
Now, like, even with, like, Eto Brignate, like, before we get into that project now, too, I gotta ask, like, because you obviously grew up watching Scarface and Carlitos Way now, too. So, how crazy is it? How crazy is it after all these years that you got Chi-Chi in, like, your videos and movies now?
Yeah, Chi-Chi, man. That's the OG. That's Theo right there. Theo Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi is the OG, man. My brother Jay connected that actually. We flew him out. We shot in Orlando and Miami.
Okay.
It was dope. Yeah, it was dope.
So from my understanding now too, Eto Brignate is the soundtrack to the DVD. Now the soundtrack is out, but the DVD's not out yet, is it?
The DVD is up for pre-order right now.
Okay.
They're getting situated. It features 4 music videos off the audio, along with skits in between featuring Chi-Chi. You know, little reenactments or what have you. You know what I'm saying? And we got the shirt to go with it. Okay. The actual art on Eto Brigante. We got the tees. bundle package, $50 gets you both pieces. Go down to Eto Brignate Bandcamp, link in the bio on my IG.
I'll put it in the description. I'm getting them all tapped in.
No doubt, my boy. Thank you.
Anytime. So from my understanding now too, this is an actual like a full length movie that you produced.
Well, no, actually, I got multiple producers on it. I got Choop on there, Trox. I got my boy Trey 8 on there. We got Michelangelo on there.
Okay.
Winsor James. My boy Drugs. Shit, if I'm missing anybody. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, Graf Wise is on there. And yeah, it's about maybe one or two others. I can't really pin them right now. But yeah, it's dope piece. And the people loving it right now.
Oh yeah. Like even like the Benny Blanco club scene. Like that's what I like about that project now too. Is like you got songs like the Latin scene or like the Last Call that Ed. Like it's like, yo, I can't wait to see this movie.
Yeah, that was the whole point, to reenact the scene in audio form. Take everything they said and just pretty much write the script over, so you could actually vision, the scene as you hear it.
Yeah, I definitely visualized some of the scenes that you were saying now too. Like even like the Benny Blanco club scene. I was like, damn, like this is like elite level rhyming that we don't get to see nowadays now too.
The pool hall scene, everybody. I get a lot of feed on that one in particular, the pool hall scene and the Roberto record.
Oh yes, the intro Roberto, yes.
Yeah.
So
that's what started the whole concept, the whole idea of involving Chi and Roberto and doing this, because I was going to call it Carlitos Way first, but I was going to have Eto spelled out. And it was like, nah, we'll do the Eto's Way. Like, nah, Eto Brignate. That was it.
Yeah. And because with like Eto Brignate now too, like I noticed like this is a short project now too. My only complaint is like I really wish you rapped over some of your beats on this.
Yeah. Mama's Basement is coming. That's produced entirely by me. That's coming. I made an announcement of it on Twitter. That's coming after we launch these pieces. But Mama's Basement, my next solo, it will be entirely produced by me.
Damn, yo, you're on like the Royce 5'9" allegory thing with this one. It feels like.
Mm.
Now, this is what I see. You worked with in our last interview. I said that, man, it would be awesome if you worked with Ty Ferris. Shortly after, you appeared on his album with the song Sunday at Dirty Digs now, too. Now... That's
my boy.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Ty, man. We met out west at Digs spot. No, it was before that. Yeah, we had a gig. DJ Beans, New Crack Era.
Shout out DJ Beans.
Yeah, we recorded at Digs spot. That's my guy right there, Ferris. Big up, Ferris.
And, like, see, this is what I like about, like, the Rochester, Detroit connection now, too, because you guys have very good chemistry together now, too. Another person that I would love to see you work with is Royce 5'9"'s little brother, Kid Vicious. He a big fan of you.
Oh, Kid Vicious, yeah, I'm familiar. Okay. I think I follow him on IG. Yeah, shout out Kid Vicious. Yeah, I'm familiar.
Yes, sir. Big shout out to Vish. I just got to shout you out, my guys. My first interview ever. So
shout out Vish. I've got also DJ Beans put me on to a lot of these dudes. So,
really?
She all the way connected. She don't play.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
She was
Vish is dope.
She was one of the past guests, and like she told a story on this platform on how she linked up with you guys now too, and I was like, wow, like. This was like all destiny for like the new crack era movement to connect and like actually start blowing up in 2018. I mean, yeah, 2018, 2019, now we're in 2020 now.
Yeah, time fly. We had, my first time booming out west was Club Till 2. You familiar with that?
No, sir. I'm in Canada, so
that's when I first met Bean. You ain't been out west yet a little bit?
No,
you gotta
man.
get out there, man. You gotta get out, man. Listen, that's where it's at. It's just the 3-hour difference might fuck you up, though. You gotta get used to it. You say you in Canada, Toronto, or what? Cause we be the closest to y'all.
No, I'm in Calgary. I'm like on the west. I'm like on the west of Canada, where Bret Hart's from.
Oh, yeah, you way up.
Oh yes, don't worry though. We're about to change though. I'm trying to change this media. I'm trying to get to New York.
Right on, yeah, man. You're more than welcome, man. Rochester, hell, group, anytime.
Yes, sir. Now, I gotta ask now too. With you have like multiple projects, you also have like projects like in between, like Hell's Roof and Eto Brignate now too. One of the projects that I found really interesting was The Circle. Like that song Life, like that sounds crazy. That Life, that crazy.
I mean, so yeah, that was a project, that it was a finish run. That's why, I took so much pride into the beauty of it, because I finally had it for myself. I ain't got to answer to nobody and shit like that. So yeah, man, I had definitely chimed down on producing EP joints and all that, man. And so if you want to work with me, just talk money, and 25K might get you a project.
Hey, y'all heard it out there.
That's what we doing now.
Y'all heard it out there. So don't come asking my guys like, yo, can I get a project for the low? Just come with the bread and then he'll talk.
Yeah. Let's talk. Let's talk about it.
Now, I'm not too sure because, like, how producer albums come together. You're on a song of Inspectah Deck?
Yes, sir, man. Listen, bad news.
Yes, sir.
I actually got 2 on there. I got one and one with Deck. Yo, that was a dope out the blue feature right there. I was like, oh shit.
That's blue.
Shout out to that new, Flea on there, Roc Mars on there. That was a dope release. Part 1 and 2 is out right now.
Okay. So I'm guessing that you just sent your verse in and then he kind of surprised you with like the Inspectah Deck feature, or did you know Deck was going to be on the track?
Yeah, I did mine first, yeah. Yup. And then, he added Deck on it. It's fire. Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah.
Put that get out there and shot visuals for that.
Now, I didn't see this on Twitter till a couple of days ago, but New Era sending you cease and desist? I didn't even know that till recently.
Yeah, we couldn't get our trademark and LLC because of it. So, I guess things happen for a reason. New Crack Era is the lifestyle. That's us regardless. So,
oh yeah.
I guess in a legal sense, maybe it's a good thing, so it can cater to the world and not just our lifestyle. You know what I mean? So we have to look at it that way and rebuild the brand correct, and do it the right way.
Now I gotta ask now too, because I know you're a big fan of Corona beer. Do you get like weird looks when you buy Corona beer from like different people? They're like, because people actually think coronavirus is in the beer.
Never, man. Everybody, man, listen, I'm the Corona champ. I drink a lot of Coronas for breakfast, man.
Yes, sir.
That's just, we're going to get that sponsorship.
I was just about to say, Corona, can you holler at Eto?
Yeah. Sooner or later.
Should be a nice check for y'all now, too. But see, what I noticed is now, too, like, Upstate is really getting, like, its dues that it should have been getting a long, long time ago now, too. But when I see, like, you, Ransom, Vidon, Spesh, Benny, all you guys getting your dues, it's like, this is deserved because, like, you guys been at it for a long time. So I gotta ask, like, what's the feeling like knowing that Upstate is getting the dues that it should have been getting a while ago?
I had the same feeling ever since, because at one point in time, we actually was, had our getting our feet wet. It was just a bad time. Music was transitioning, and it was going, our typical sound that we grew up on, the Mobb Deeps and the Nas's and the O's, was slowly but surely. I had sit downs with A&Rs in the early thousands, and they just wanted that hit.
Yeah.
I mean, till the day they do, but glad to say our market is back open. So makes it easier, especially when Gun and these guys took it to that stage, and it's just open that portal again. So we not gonna ever lose. We always stuck to our guns. We never compromised it. So regardless, we're gonna win regardless.
Yeah, that's facts right there. Because what you just said now too, around like 2011, 2012, that's when it started to like the era that we're in, that like the lane that you guys are in now.
Actually started to die down way before that. I grew up in the 90s, and they took the native tongue era right under our noses. They swept that out of there. So
yeah, that's true.
It started dying early. At 9, 8, 2000, everything changed. I said, but we kept it alive. I said, we the ones who kept it alive. We never went south or none of that. No disrespect. There's no disrespect, because I love South, whatever you want to call it, bounce, trippy.
Trap, yeah.
Trappy, it's all music. I love music. It's just some music I won't create. And we never went against that. That's why we still relevant and we here. We never gave up.
And it's about having integrity now too within your art now too, because it's like what you said, you kind of easily just wanted that one hit and go over like what these A&Rs could have told you now too. But it's like, man, I'm just gonna stick to what I know and the lane that I know, like the Mobb Deep sound or this underground lane sound that takes pride in their lyrics. Like not the beat. Yes, the beat's cool and all, but the lyrics is what really hits.
Yeah, definitely. But man, listen, I don't play about beats, man. Very picky. And man, the beats are everything. Just like Kiss said, y'all use beats for help. We help the beats. We dance on anything, but man, I need that sound.
Yeah,
I gotta have that sound. You know what I'm saying?
And like and like you're starting to take like the 38 Special route now too by producing full projects for some of your artists. I noticed too. I didn't check out number 2, but I checked out Flowers City Bible Part 1 by Black G's, and I was like, damn, yo, Eto produced this? Yo, this is fire.
Part 2 is out. We just shot the video with Class Special. Shout out to my brother Black G's. Part 2 is out. Go to Air Vinyls, Instagram at Air Vinyls, and you can catch everybody's shit there. Flea, my shit, El Camino. We loaded. Air Vinyls is loaded. Shout out to them.
What also is loaded now too, that I learned that you're fully producing Roc Amerika too.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Roc Amerika too. I would love to play some shit for y'all right now, but man, it's coming. I produced the whole piece.
I was gonna say, please no exclusive. We just gonna stick to the interview or something. Like I don't want no exclusive. I just want to stick to the interview.
Yeah.
Now,
I had to crack a Corona real quick.
Yes, sir. Corona, cut that check.
You brought it up.
Now,
we good, man. Roc Amerika too. Flea already sent me like four references already.
Whew.
So he got me under a little pressure right now.
So is there a certain producer?
It's coming. Flea is a monster.
Is there a certain producer that you want to do a full project with?
Knots.
Really? That one came out. See, most people give like the premiere or like Drake.
Yeah, that's on top. I got my favorites, my number ones. Not the obvious, just because I would never say that, but these are my favorites, my great. Havoc, of course, Alchemist, of course, but Knots.
Knots.
I would love to go with Knots, DJ Scratch, man. You know why? Because I'm a fan of the bass line.
Okay.
And those boys they go like that flip mode sound.
Yo, that was something else.
That shit, yeah, that had me on a whole nother, scratching Knots, man. It's amazing shit. So it's a few others, but definitely, Havoc, Alp, of course. I know y'all heard the pop record and all that. So
I understand that
definitely expect some more work.
And I understand that you recorded the part at Alchemist Cribs when you were out west. Like you actually went to his crib and recorded it.
No. I recorded my verse for West Side Guns John.
Okay.
At Alchemist. Yeah. The pop was shot and recorded right here in Rochester.
Okay.
Gomez, shout out to Gomez. He directed that.
Yeah, because I knew you did something at
Alchemist.
Alchemist
Shot right here around town. What's that?
Yeah, because I know you did something over at Alchemist Cribs. I just wasn't too sure if it was the pot or if it was something else.
Yeah. It was the verses with Wet Guns, John B.
Oh yeah, Hitler Wears Hermes.
Muggs was on the beat.
Now,
yeah.
See, I like how you shot that video in Rochester now too, because when I watched that video, it gave like a grimy upstate feel to it now too. I was like, yo, this is like, I was like, damn, this is scary, but like in a good way.
Man, listen, man, let me tell you something. It was cold as hell. It was freezing. Surprised I stood still like that. Nothing like this. It be cold. When it get cold out here, it gets cold. Our summers be shit. We get about 2 months. About 2 months of summer. Then winter time, and we get all seasons for sure around here.
Yeah. See, and you're not afraid
to... In order.
See, you're not afraid to go out and shoot a video in the middle of the cold now, too, because, like, even in the video you did with Superior, the Wolves, that was shot right outside in the snow and looked like right out there.
Right where I'm at, we shot that literally like right in front of the house right here.
Okay.
And then we shot in the basement right where we at. What up, my boy? The Eto Burger. My boy just came back with the Eto Burger. We got the Frank stand on the corner. Shout out to them.
Yes, sir.
Man, I love Rochester, New York, man. I used to love the snow too, but fuck that. I'm too old for that cold
shit. Yeah, once in a while it's like, yo, I'm fucking done with this cold.
I'm too old for that shit, man.
It's okay. Cali look like it's gonna be real good to you in the future.
Cali is very good to me now, and
well, about to be even better.
Muggs got a lot to do with that, It's the first time I experienced performing and the whole crowd rapping my shit.
Really?
Like literally. I had caught that. I did a performance with Digger Bam some years back. And I caught a nice little, reaction, but it wasn't like out west. Out west, it was crazy. They heard that duck sauce and forget it. They were nuts. Duck, cool sauce. Yeah, that's why I knew. I was like, oh, yeah, we on something.
So, it must be like a crazy, surreal feeling knowing that, like, man, because like Cypress Hills, man, like that is like an iconic group now too. Like, I can only imagine like you listening to that as a young kid, and then actually like years later, like you got.
Well, that's my whole thing. I actually spoke on that, and I was like, man, it's kind of crazy because I actually remember sitting Indian style and watching Yo MTV Raps, Fab Five Freddy, and Rap City. But before Rap City, it was Yo MTV Rap. So I actually remember watching how I could just kill a man.
Yeah.
Jump around. Main source. And yeah, man, that's my era. I came up on that specific around that time. Even when the Jungle Brothers was out, X-Clan, Poor Righteous Teachers,
Ooh, X-Clan. That's my shirt right there.
I came up around all that. So, and that's that native tongue that I was telling you about. How they just got rid of that real quick. Then it got street, and then it got, you can watch it. You go back and date it, you could actually see the transition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, with everything going on in the USA, well, actually, I should say not USA, in North America in general, with the injustice with the police going on now, too, do you, have you ever thought about, making a record, touching on these personal subjects, about informing about the people who don't know about what's going on?
Not really. Not really, because I don't get into I spoke on this recently. I don't get through the politics I don't want to sound like a contradictor and then preach the good word and then I'm not upholding it.
Okay, I see what you mean by that.
I'm telling what I'm gonna get into, but I'm a great man. I don't look forward to nothing with family, man. But you have to be 100 with that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And I preach the great word all the time in my verses, but I'm not gonna sound like these motherfuckers who do no wrong.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Okay. See, it's good to hear that you're brutally honest about that now too, instead of just jumping out the window. It's like, yo, I'm a do that. That sounds good. You think about it. It's like, nah, that's not for me.
Nah, I would much rather listen to an old Pac tape. If I listen to any of these motherfuckers.
Or what you said earlier, X-Clan to East and backwards. That's my shit right there.
Yeah, I came up, and you know what? Not for nothing, I was never in the X-Clan with it. It was weird. They had a weird, I don't know, it was weird, but I was into the self-destructions. Yeah, the first self-destruction. I was into that. I was into, I'm an 80s baby. I grew up in the 90s, man. You had to be tough. You had to have ear. You understand? I came up in that around that time.
See, I would give my left eye. See, I was born in '91, so you got to experience the '90s. See me, I wasn't so in tune to NWA or Master Ace until I got older. So you actually got to see all of this before the internet, and that's crazy for some kids to know. There was no internet in the '90s. Man, this shit is still brand new.
See, that's the thing. In the late '90s, that's what started happening. The Master P's and the 8-Bar and JGs, and I'm cool. But at the time, I wasn't jacking that shit. It took me a while to catch on to the, I got a liking for the shit now. At the time, I was stuck on that dark. I'm still stuck on the dark, deep rap, fucking melodic, stringy, piano, bassy. That's just it takes. I have to be in the partying mood or with my lady to get into that shit with my daughter.
Yeah.
And that's what I normally do when we rock on the road. At the water park, cooking out and shit. I'm with it, but man, I'm just stubborn when it comes to that sound.
Now, I understand that your daughter, she put you onto a lot of new music. I recently heard that she put you on to St. John. So I was curious.
All the time, even locally, man. We got some young gunners in town that's going crazy, man. Purple and Little West. We got some home run gunners that are going crazy out here.
Okay.
Making noise. They putting it in.
See, that was kind of leading up to my next question.
It keeps me in tune with that. See,
that was leading up to the question. I was has she put you on to any local talent?
I find out a lot about these kids due to the direction she wants me to take her in. Because when I'm like, Mommy, how you like this? She's like, no, I want something like this. I'm like, who is that? And so she always keep me in tune with these kids, and she's got a great ear for the now. I'll tell you that. And she still got Boppy ear too.
Yeah, and I gotta ask now too, because man, congrats to your new bundle of joy, man. I love that new video that you posted when he's with the drum machine and his smile just lit up. That must have been an incredible feeling.
He's loaded. It's amazing. Thank you.
Oh, and
My boy.
how does fatherhood change you in a way that you didn't expect it before you had kids, like before your daughter? Like how did this change you?
Music. Staying in mama's basement. You know what I'm saying? When I had my daughter, that solidified everything else. You know what I'm saying? The extra shit. But music changed my life. You know, my daughter and my son, just that's the not even a bonus. That's just everything.
See, when I said about that thing about earlier in the interview about like 5 or 6 years later, you're gonna look back on your career that everything that happened recently. It's like you're carving out a legacy for your family. So like I can't help but salute that.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm just now learning how to get legal. You know what I'm saying? So cleaning up, as things are looking good as far as, legalizing my situations and just growing up for once, and manning up, you know what I'm saying? It's never too late. I always tell niggas, I said this once or twice, it's only too early, man. We're gonna show up, be the only nigga there. You know?
That's fact.
Show up in the full.
Now, before I let you go, I got a couple more questions for you, and I'll let you go because I understand you're a very busy man and you take your craft very serious, and you're a family man.
All love, it's all love. I rock with you.
Yes, sir. Now, I gotta ask now too: has there a new crack era compilation been in the works lately? Because when I hear your artists like Bubu the Prince or like Jay Black, I'm like, damn, he's got some shit over there.
Oh yeah, man, San Diego, they go too. That's the young OG.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, baby. We got a release coming out soon. It's called San Juan. What we did was incorporate his culture, San Diego, Puerto Rico. We got San Juan, but we put the San Diego sign and then Juan together, incorporated Mexico and Puerto Rico.
Ooh, yeah, that's something like fire.
Step behind the artwork. Yeah, Step is behind the artwork. I posted it on my Instagram, a month or so back. Check the artwork out. It's crazy.
Man, I'm already excited for the music.
We do the edits. Go back, get the cover, and pop that shit up. Because it's dope. Step behind the artwork.
Yes, sir. As y'all can see right now, don't worry when this is out there. It'll be right there. So y'all can see the cover right there.
No doubt.
So, damn, I never knew there was so much elements that y'all put into this upcoming project. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be tapped in for that one.
Yeah, man, we got a lot coming, man.
Yes, sir. The almighty new crack era.
Yeah, sooner or later, I plan on doing, excuse me. Sooner or later, I plan on putting out a production project with just artists over my production.
Okay.
I don't want to rap on this one. I just want to showcase my production and get the artists on it. So I plan on working on that as well.
Okay, see, that's going to be fine. Because, like, I always see people in your comments like, yo, Eto, we need you over your own beats. But, I want to hear, like, other artists over Eto's beats, too.
It's been a while, man. Flea Lord, Black G's, they been a while since I rapped over my own beats, and I did it for the first time in a minute on Roc Amerika and on Street Bible, Flower City Street Bible 1 and 2. So it's been a few years since I did that.
Like, did you not used to
so I'm gonna make it a point to start rapping over my shit more.
Did you used to like rapping over your own beats, or you never really used to like rapping over your own beats, like you said before?
No. That's how I started. I produced and did everything myself. I didn't even know how to mix at the time. I was producing my own beats, recording my own sessions. It's just once I got it, once I started working with other producers, stuff like that, that's what I wanted to do anyway. Like, I want to get a beat from him or that guy, boom, boom. So, that I made it a point to merge and work with others.
Yes, sir.
Because I always was secluded and just stood to myself. you know, made it a point to get involved and work with other producers and shit.
See, like that's like you're not afraid to work with other producers now too, because some artists that are producers now too, they're like, oh, I can't work with other producers, but see, like that's what I like, and it helps move the culture forward when you work with another producer who is a producer.
Well, the game changed, so when it turned into producers paying you to get on this shit, now you're in a different branch. And it's like, I remember we got the buy beats. And baby, that, you know, that had a lot to do with why I was doing my own shit.
Oh, yeah.
I had the phones at the time, you know, coming up and shit. So now I understand the business and how important it is to buy these beats, own them, produce them yourself. You understand? Because it's a lot of, I stopped doing sessions because these kids come and drive me nuts. Hey, look up this YouTube beat, something type beat. I respect it though, you know, but I always encourage them, like, gotta own this shit. They got the tags in them. So, you know, I always started doing that first, man. I was producing. We're still producing.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Trust me.
So, when you're crafting, like, because I see you're in the studio now, too, when you're crafting, like, an Eto Brignate or, like, a Hell's Roof or, like, the beauty of it, too, do you, like, document, like with your phone or, like, with a camera, like, your recording sessions for, like, a documentary one day?
Do I record them?
Like, do you have, like, a cameraman, like just getting, like, stills of you, like, recorded for, like, a future documentary?
I do, one day? Yeah, I do. I haven't been as active on the documentary shit because I'm working on a lot of recording and writing right now, and that's a process that I do privately. You know what I'm saying? Sooner or later, we'll showcase some shit and all that. But I like to lock in and shut the light off, get my groove.
Yeah, get the zone.
You know what I'm saying? But I will admit, man, you know, I need to start documenting this shit a lot more. Shit like that. I've been very
but it's like what you said. You do have your times where you have the private moments in the studio, but there's also nothing wrong with like a quick, like 2-minute shot of like you actually getting something done. Like I understand what you mean.
For sure. Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Okay.
I just got to.
So we live in a day and age now too where people they do some crazy stuff to their body now too. How much new crack era tattoos have you seen recently?
You know, it's one I've seen that got his name. He put Eto on his right here.
Oh yes, I remember you. Yes.
Yeah, you seen that one? That was a dope one. I haven't seen no new crack era.
Okay.
But that would be dope. I had this kid out in Britain. He did a mural shit too. Posted that on there. That was pretty dope. But yeah, I seen as far as tattoos, I seen that one. My boy from out west who put the Eto on his.
And like that's there for life. Like that's not no rub off. That's there for life.
That was dope, man. I remember I was working that day too. I was working with my uncle doing some ceiling and shit, black tops, ass company. And I had caught the notification that morning. Like, oh shit, that's dope as hell. Put my name on it. Shout out to you for watching. Yeah, that was dope, man.
Now, before I let you go, Eto, now I gotta ask now too, man. Like some of your music, man, like it has like that cinematic score vibe, like what I said earlier about like the Nothing Like You track. I was like, this should be in an LA crime movie. So with that being said, do you have like any thoughts of like scoring a movie? Like if the opportunity came up, like Eto, we want you to score this entire motion picture movie. Like, would you have to think about it? Like, hell yeah!
Hell yeah, man. We dancing, man. Shit. I tested the water on the Eto Brigante DVD. You'll see.
Okay.
Just fucking around, but I believe I can swing that shit.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm going to say talent. I know you can.
I know, 'cause my bros told me that. They're like, yo, he was natural at that shit. But Chi-Chi's the man, though, He was coaching me like, smooth as hell. That's my boy. I think I could swing it, man. I definitely would love to be a part of a film. My bro Bodega Bam, you see, call him. He was on, what was it, CSI? Or,
Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Smell. So I would definitely do the big lens as well.
Quentin Tarantino, could you holler at my boy Eto for the Killer Bill 3
score? Yeah, that'd be dope.
That should be hell yeah. I'm just gonna I hope that happens. So, with that being said, now too, like I really can't wait to see this DVD because, like, not only are you scoring it now, but you have like a legendary actor who is in iconic movies. Like, you can't remake these movies. So, like, did you ask like Chi-Chi for advice? Like not when the cameras are rolling, obviously, but just like you pull him to the side and you guys have like that heart to heart.
Almost certain, yeah, man. But see, that's the thing. Chi-Chi's raw thing. He's like one of my uncles. Shit. He gonna tell you like it is. He ain't gonna show cuss or nothing. He's a funny man. He do stand up now. He's an amazing person. Great to hang out with. Regular dude, man. Would love to get him on something else soon, and I'm sure we will. And maybe we could do our own little fucking film or something.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was a great old time with him. That's that dude right there.
And it's just great to see like the recognition that you've been getting now too. Because when I look at your videos on YouTube, 2K, 24K, 34K views, it's like damn.
Yeah, they growing, man. They growing.
So is the beauty of it, is that at 1 million streams now, or is it surpassed that now?
It's past 1 million total. It's about 400 something thousand on Spotify. 300 here. It's moving.
Yes, sir.
For sure. But it's definitely over 1 million something in total streams. Yes.
One of your most standout projects, man. I bumped that at least like once a day. I ain't gonna front.
It's that till this day. You know what I'm saying? They on it and they mentioning it. Eto Brignate going crazy too.
Yeah, and that just came out.
Yeah, they loving that.
So you got one of the things that I recently looked up to. Shout out to my guy Mike Powers. He's a good brother right there. You guys recently talked about the gold. Now, I had to like do my due diligence. I'm like, man, I don't think I heard this by him. So when I heard it, I was like, yo, like, this is like, you tapped into like something else with that. But this is like 5 years ago. So like for you to do that again, you don't have to tap into that. It's there.
You never heard the gold?
Oh, I did recently.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what year it was, but it's some years back. Dope Pesci produced that.
You produced for Lloyd Banks, G-Unit.
Yeah, Spread of the Clinton, that's a lot. Shout out to Beat Butcher. Yeah, man, that skit was in there on the beat when he sent it to us. That's what gave me the idea, basically, about who you are, like, inside, dig in, find the gold. That was a dope record. Bubu shot the video. We shot that in Rochester as well. And he slept on that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, because when I heard that, I was like, man,
it was on the put it on. Yeah, it was on 1983.
Yeah.
That release there.
And as y'all can see,
I came out about 17, I think 2017.
And all y'all can see the cover right there, so y'all can get tapped into that too, because that gold track, whew, that's one of your best. That's one, like, if not your best song.
The gold joint?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Because like,
a lot of people say that.
Well, the reason why I say that now too, because like there's certain songs in an artist's career that will hit the listener in different ways because they can relate to that, and like that's what music is all about. Is like actually having it hit your soul. Like that's what I like about that. It hits your soul.
Yeah, yeah. That was spur of the moment joint that I picked, and that skit you heard in the beginning that would took it off right there.
Yes, sir. Classic joint, y'all need to get tapped into that. So as we close, as we close out Eto now too, man, because I can only imagine where you're gonna be in 5 years. Hopefully you'll remember me when y'all up in these stages of Elliot Wilson or like Roc Marciano and shit like that. I was like, damn, I used to talk to that guy. So with that being said now too,
Yeah, we all need to get a big tour. Get a big tour coming, but yeah, hopefully shit go back to normal soon, because I want to be catching them flights and doing these gigs again, but they're looking ugly. So I ain't trying to tamper with none of that shit.
My last question is now too, you're a very humble individual. Like you accomplish things people only wish they can accomplish in their lifetime now too, because you could easily be like, I ain't fucking with this guy. So what keeps your humbleness? Like what keeps you so humble inside?
Music, my family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm focused.
Oh, see, but like I like how you say that too. Instead of because you didn't say money, so that's how I knew you're a real one. You just said your music, your family, and your focus. That's how I knew like all these blessings are gonna come to you back and more. Because you could be like, I'm just trying to make a quick buck. Yes, money's nice, but you also want to leave a meaningful legacy.
Yeah, nah, man. You can't do nothing without that.
Yes, sir.
You gotta, family first, honestly.
Now, when we close out now too, is there anything that you like the guests to know where they could find? I'll put in all the descriptions in that link below. But anything like where they could find you and stuff like that?
Yeah, man. Everything at Eto Music Roc, IG, Twitter, email, etomusicroc@gmail. Eto Music Roc. Even on YouTube, that's my YouTube channel. At Eto Music Roc. Just check me there. Feed the Growler at Gmail. And a bunch of shit coming. A whole bunch of shit coming.
And y'all get tapped in, because if you're not tapped into Eto by now, you're missing some great music out there now, too, because serve the beauty of it, and then work your way down the wormhole.
My boy.
Hey, with that being said, it's not a classic interview from the desk below, featuring the one and only Eto, or like y'all like to call him, Eto Brignate.
My God, one love.
One love, Eto. Welcome back from the desk below. We got a very special guest, because I found him through one of my favorite artists right now, and when I did my research on him, he got a pretty good resume, so I won't hold y'all. I have Eto on the phone.
Peace. What's the word play?
Man, how you doing, sir? Salute from Canada.
Oh, man, y'all can't complain. I'm keeping busy, man. I'm out the way, man. Music, family. You know what I mean?
I see you real busy with the music, too, always in the studio.
Always, shit. It's either that or in the
streets. I like how you keep it a buck.
Man, I'm just keeping busy, man, and, staying out of harm's way. How about you, man? How you feeling?
Oh, man, I'm feeling very blessed, man. I've been killing it with these interviews. I actually wanted to interview the most, though, because I've been fucking with that Almaretta project heavy.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Oh, I got to give props to where it's due, sir.
Right on, man. It's crazy. A lot of people still just catching on, but, I'd rather that than them to be unfamiliar, you know what I mean?
For the people who are not familiar with you, sir, can you tell the listeners where you're from?
From Rochester, New York, man. Hell's Roof, upstate New York. Born and raised, still here.
Some real ones out in Rochester, New York.
Yeah, man, certainly, man. This is home base here, man. I got a lot of support here. You know what I mean? This is where it all started, so, you know what I mean?
Is that where most of your
But,
inspiration comes from?
well, for the most part, you know, I came up in a musical household. My uncles, you know, family, they all musicians, you know what I mean? So, came up around music, but my inspiration comes from music, period. Not just Rochester. Nas is my number one guy, you know what I mean? He probably gave me the most motivation to want to do what I do now, you know. Nas Illmatic, you know what I mean?
The way that you rap your rhymes, you can definitely tell that he influenced your style, because when I listen to like a project like a New Crack Area, like the song Clean It House, you paint pictures like with your words, and that's very rare for an artist to have.
That's dope, man. I mean, I appreciate that. Listen, don't sleep, man. Me and V Don got some other shit coming. Y'all gonna love it, promise. Gonna be real crazy. We not, you know, a lot of people are requesting part 2, but you know, where I feel about it, man, is that I can't match that shit. So we just gonna keep pushing and creating. You know what I mean?
I like how you said you can't match that, because I noticed with like a lot of artists, they go back and try to recreate like the first piece of magic that they had. But you seem like the type to like want to create like a new classic too.
Yeah, definitely. I would never want to do a whole murder part 2 because, again, I mean, a lot of people would tell you that's probably my best body of work. I could agree to an extent. I got a lot of stuff, but yeah, let's be honest and say, yeah, that's the one. So I wouldn't want to try to like outshine that or even do a part 2. We just gonna leave that as is.
I won't front, sir. I keep it a buck on this show. I found you through my guy Flea on the track Trump. I'm just wondering, how long have you known Flea, and how long have you guys been doing music together? Because I know Flea just started taking music about last year, something like that.
Yeah, Flea's, man, he's a real solid dude. I got with Flea, I've been networking with Flea for about 2-3 seasons now, give or take. You know, we working on the project. You know, we got some guest appearances, a couple dope producers on there. I don't want to state just yet, but yeah, man, I got with Flea through a couple mutual friends. You know what I mean? People we network with together, people we both know, and glad to say that he's Latino, I'm Latino. It's Roc Amerika is coming. You know what I mean? We got a dope posse coming with both. They got bands, a couple others. You know what I mean? I don't know if I can even talk about
No, it's all good. I don't want you to say nothing you're not supposed to.
Yeah, man, me and Flea working. He's on my new album with Muggs. I got him and Big Twins on the record together. You know what I mean? Still mobbing. And, yeah, man. That's the homie right there.
And he good people, too, man. Like you said, shout out to Flea, man, for putting me on to Eto, man. Salute again.
Yeah, man, Flea's a real dude, man. That's my guy.
I noticed too with you, you went by Little Eto before, and I'm just curious, what made you want to drop the Little? Is it because there's so many Littles out there?
Yeah, you know what? Not only that, but that's the main reason. But just because, you know, I grew as an artist, you know, Little Eto has been established since the early thousands, but you know, nobody paid attention. I wasn't too hard on the internet, and you know, I was willing and dealing in the streets. So, you know, I just grew as an artist, so I felt like I had to remove that. You know what I mean? I'm older now, and that as well. You know, all the little, young. That too, that got a lot to do with it too. But you know, I was Little Eto before the little Boosies and these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you've been around since 2000s.
Pretty much. I mean, I dropped my first joint in Rochester about that time, but like I didn't hit the. Say it was about 2008 when I started getting my feet wet. You know, I get people to start doing like 07, 06. Ransom, I produced for Max B. Green Lantern is also Rochester native. Dropped the tape with him about like 010. So yeah, I ain't start making noise till mid-thousands, you know.
And because like, what made you want to keep your foot on the pedal? Because for a lot of people, like they'll do it for about 5 or 10 years and be like, "Yo, this ain't for me." But you strive, and it's like you get better with time. I'm just wondering, like, what makes you want to keep your foot on the gas?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, I love what I do. I got love for it. You know, I'm not actually looking to get rewarded or like, you know, a lot of these guys are probably just seeking, you know, income or what have you, trying to be famous or rich. One thing about me, I got love for it first, so I'm going to always do it, regardless. Like I said, I came up in a musical household, you know. My whole family, like, plays instruments, sings. My mother, karaoke, all type of shit. You know what I mean? So I just do it because I love it, and that's what I do, and, you know.
Because you come from a musical household, and in an interview I watched by you, you said your uncle was the b-boy in the family with the sheepskins. I'm just wondering,
Oh, yeah.
what was
Oh, yeah.
what was the first cassette he ever like showed you like that was hip hop, if you can remember?
Oh, man, I'm glad you asked that question. That's crazy because I just talked about this the other night with my guy. That's when I knew this is what I was going to do. The first record that ever caught my eye, and it was in my uncle's crate. And I remember he used to lock me in his room with the strobe light, fog machine. Now look, check it, right? First record I seen in this crate that caught my attention was LL Cool J's Walking with a Panther.
Oh shit.
And I seen that Black Panther with that big dookie rope chain on and LL and that pose, man, that's when I knew. I said, yeah, man, this is it. I wanted one of those rope chains even then.
I still want one of those.
Yeah. But nah, that's the first record that ever caught my attention.
Wow.
Was LL's Walking with a Panther. I was probably 8 years old, give or take.
That's actually a good album to find for your first one too.
Yeah, I just knew. Like, you know, I came up, you know, early 90s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I had my share of the late 80s through my uncle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he was the older one.
Yeah, definitely. And he's actually the youngest one out of the brothers and sisters. But
so he was on all the new stuff back then.
Oh yeah, man. He had crates and crates. Technique 1200s. You know, he was DJing, scratching, and all that. And that's he's pretty much to blame of my outcome. You know what I mean?
I'm just curious too, because when you do songs like "Cleaning House" and you sample like a quote, I'm just curious too. What makes you want to incorporate like quotes from movies or stuff like that into your music, sir?
That's something me and shout out to Vinyl too. That's my guy, Vinyl Villain. He actually came up with that, and I just fed around it. You know, he sent me to work, and I tackled it. And he always has a nice view and input, and the way he works on his beats, you know, gives me the idea, and that's how I come about it. I work with what the producers send me, and he always paints the picture for me. You know what I mean?
Kind of sets the tone for you.
Definitely, he's dope. You know, normally I would plot on a concept, you know, but Vinyl Villain, you know, clean closets and all that, he gave me the concept because of what he added into it and what he incorporated in it, you know.
I'm just curious too because this was actually one of my favorite artists when I was just a teenager. Because I was born in '91. I'm still young as fuck. But
Nah,
he was actually one of my favorite artists coming up because I was really into the mixtape area. And when I went back and looked up your discography, I noticed that you had the late Stack Bundles on New Money America. I'm just wondering because you're from
definitely.
Rochester. How'd you hook up with
Yeah.
Stack back then? Rest in peace to Stack.
I was DJ Diggs, great friend of mine. DJ Diggs connected a lot of dots for me. And how did I get with Stack? It might have been through MySpace, man.
Oh
To
wow.
be honest, it could have been through MySpace. I'm all right. Now I don't want to lie, but I'm 100% sure that it was an online thing, and I reached out to man. And again, I can't even remember. I'm talking. This was like what, 07?
Yeah, this was like '06, '07. This was like when I was like
06,
13,
07?
14.
Yeah. This is definitely
MySpace.
something. Yes, something we put together through MySpace, through people Stack dealt with. We connected the dots, and then I got with Stack personally, and that was history.
Do you have any memories that stick out with him that you always remember and possibly like tell your loved ones about in the
Oh yeah,
future?
my favorite. We drove to Queens. We got to his spot because I actually, a lot of times I would diss features and stuff through via web, but I actually got to get in the studio with Stack. So my best highlight of the night is when I presented my piece to him, and I was the second beat he heard, and he said, "That's it. I don't want to hear nothing else. Take the CD out." Beat number 2, and it was go time. He was so hyped. His energy was so alive, so pure and real. The hospitality. He was a gentleman first. You know what I mean? And that's what I love the most about him is that the way he went about it, working with me, how he took me in, and didn't keep it business. You know what I mean? Kind of like
Y'all built a friendship.
built. Exactly. You know what I mean? Ransom too. Ransom is my brother. Like
One of my favorite
a lot
MCs.
of work with Ransom. Yeah, me and Ransom, I got endless joints with Ran, a bunch we have yet to release. So yeah, man, he was one of the guys who would build a relationship first, you know what I mean? Cool nigga, you know what I mean?
With when you were coming up, like during like the MySpace days and stuff like that, do you still like try to go back and look up your old MySpace just to see how far you came?
Yes. I've actually tried to log in. I went as far as requesting new passcodes and I couldn't get in. But yeah, man, always look back and be like, wow, this is crazy because at the time when I was coming up, the people who are up now, you couldn't even mention these guys. So,
Yeah.
it was like bittersweet, but I didn't know how important it really was at that time because I was young, dumb, and full of none. You know what I mean? So now it means more to me now, and that's why I take it so serious now because we fail to, take advantage of opportunities. We never take advantage of the people, but, you got an opportunity, you take it. And I never did. I never took it serious. So, yeah, that means a lot to me till this day.
And for for the people who don't know, like you're making like a lot of rounds in the underground right now. Like I just seen that one of my favorite podcasts, they play you the burial song as they're sleeping. I'm like, yo, I know this guy. This is Eto.
Yeah, I've been getting excuse me, getting a lot of great feedback on that record. I actually reached out to DJ Scratch, and I'm like, yo, what you want for a beat? He's like, I said, I got 1,000. I can send you 800 now. He said, That's not enough, boss. I need 5,000. So I said, oh. But now it's all love, you know what I mean? Like, I did that on a humbug. I felt like, man, let me just put something out real quick, you know? It's top of the year. I put it out on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Or maybe the next day, New Year's Day. So I'm like, just for kicks, let me put a record out, you know?
It's a good way to start off 2019.
You know? Yeah, and I'm going to be honest. I wasn't expecting the results I got because, again, I didn't plan it. I didn't, you know, promote or nothing. I just said, link in bio, boom, boom, put a little clip out. And, man, that shit took flight. So it's crazy, man. I love that record, too. Video on the way, by the way.
Oh, I can't wait for that video. That's one of my favorite records. And that's what I like how you said, like, how you didn't plan or anything like that, because that's how some of the best records take off. You don't plan it.
Yeah. I literally, like, didn't plan nothing. And, I noticed that it's actually good when you go about it that way.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I mean, on my behalf, because I'm still, you know, I'm still catching wind and getting my feet wet. So I noticed when it's something they never heard or you just put it out, they're anxious to hear it. So they're like, boom, what's this? Boom. But it's cool to, you know, we got to build anticipation and market too. But sometimes, you know, it's cool to just let it go without mentioning nothing.
And when you're like naming a song and stuff like that, I'm curious too. Like when you're naming like a project, like an Amaretta, do you name it, or like do you kind of like let the producer or somebody else around you kind of name it?
Me and V Don, we always work together. We always agree to disagree. We always come to the table. I would come with a title, be like, "Ma, you feel this?" And then he'll come with one. We should call it this. So it's a mutual. We work together. Ideas we build together, and normally it will come from you know, I mean, my uncle might have titled some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
Yeah, my uncle titled a few of them, and you know, just whatever we agree on. You know, we just plot and, you know, work together and come up with something that we both agree on, and that's it.
What would you say, like, the project that people always hit you up about, like, that you get, like, every day that people hit you up about this project?
Oh, Old Murder, man. Old Murder by far, man. Till this day, I get a new listeners, new followers, new supporters every day because they stumbled across Old Murder. And I'm not mad at them, you know what I mean, because I was kind of, you know, that was my whole point, was to get the people familiar. But by now, I'm like, you ain't heard Old Murder yet, you motherfucker. But, you know how I go. I'm glad that they're catching on. And I get new supporters almost every day, man. It's a beautiful feeling. And I don't care how long it takes for them to catch on. They're catching on, and they love it, and I love it. You know what I mean?
I'm glad that you appreciate your fans because, like a lot of these big artists, like I ain't never gonna interview him, so I'll just say his name. When I met T.I., yo, he did not respect like his solo fans. I was trying to pay him for a picture, and he's like, "Nah, it ain't fair." I'm like, "What?"
Who?
T.I.
Who's that?
Like T.I.P., like the so-called King of the South. He's mainstream.
No, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, but that's what made me really start fucking with the underground a lot more as a teen, because I noticed that they're more authentic and they're more real with it too, and they appreciate every fan that they get.
Yeah, and that's what it's about, man. Like, you know, we gotta appreciate it, man. We can't never like get big headed or arrogant. It's like that should be the motivation. Period. Should never stop supporting, you know, people who support you.
And that's how I know you're on a good path, because you appreciate people, sir.
Definitely do, man. It's been a long time coming. I got a lot of years in this shit, and you know, I bought dreams before. I fell for a lot of bullshit that never panned out. So I'm learning the business and building relationships, communicating more. Me and DJ Muggs dropping. I got a whole bunch of projects coming out, man. It's just
Flood the market.
yeah, man, definitely. I got a bunch of videos that are done. We have yet to release. Just building and
I'm not gonna ask about like how like the collaboration of DJ Muggs is coming, but I just do want to ask, how did you like ever meet DJ Muggs? Because that's Cypress Hill. That's legendary right there.
Oh man, that's my big bro right there. That's my mentor. He's my favorite guy. But I'm gonna tell you how that came about. Me and my brother V Dawn has been working for years. So V Dawn on the Old Murder, if you recall, I got the record with Mayhem Loren.
Yes.
Yes, V Dawn connected those dots for me. He said, "Yo, I got Mayhem Loren. We're gonna put him on this record and what have you." So he made it happen. And Mayhem and Muggs are like brothers. So the way that came about was through Mayhem. Mayhem let Muggs hear the record and video we shot together off the Old Murder, the High Joint.
Oh.
And so Mayhem put that together. Thanks to Mayhem, he put me in position to work with Muggs. He pretty much presented me to Muggs, and the rest was history.
Y'all got my money on that project, sir.
Mm-hmm. We'll be doing the in-store signing, meet and greet at Mad Lib spot, Rap Cats out west. Don't have exact date yet, but I want to say February, mid-February or so. But I'll keep you posted on dates.
I'm always looking for a new Eto.
Yeah, man. Hell's Roof is it's crazy. Hell's Roof is crazy.
I'm not too sure if you're familiar with Ty Ferris.
I actually am. He actually just reached out to me. He works with what is it? Crocs? I don't know, Trucks.
Oh yeah. He was producing for Dreamville the other day. Yeah, I know Trox. He's a good dude.
Yeah, he works with Trucks. He actually reached out to me the other day or so. He said he reached out about a feature or something like that. So yeah, I'm familiar with Ty Ferris. I actually got to reach back. I haven't yet, but I will. Yeah, I'm familiar with Ty.
Because I have a very good ear for collaborations, and like when I hear Ty's music, and then when I go to an Eto song like in my playlist, I'm like, damn, these guys would fucking kill a song together.
Yeah. Those were his. He reached out for that, so.
Okay.
I gotta reach back, and maybe we could solidify that. I mean, as of now, honestly, features are costing, and I'm willing to work with artists, but I know how they go about proceeds. We do a feature, then they sell it on iTunes, and, Spotify, monetizing the record, and don't break the artist off. So I would love to work with a lot of these artists, but we gotta keep it business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like it has to benefit you as well as benefit them too.
Yeah, I mean, not even, because if they weren't benefiting, then we could do music. I mean, but the game changed. Now producers got to pay the artists because producer sends you a beat, you do it, and then he sells it on iTunes, and it's like we got to at least talk splits, percentages, a fair share at least. Otherwise, then we can send the tag.
Because I never been to like the USA before, and I am gonna come down there next year or this year. But what's like a Eto show like for somebody who's never even been to the United States? Can you explain that atmosphere for me, sir?
I believe it's the same shit everywhere you go, man. It's just different environment. I would like to say that every town, city, state has a hood, a ghetto.
Yeah.
I've been around. I haven't been around the world, but I've been around to honestly say that it's nothing different, just a different environment, and I don't know. I mean, Rochester is dangerous, but it's good too.
It has its good and its bad.
Hip hop scene here. Yeah, the hip hop scene is beautiful. You know what I mean? And yeah, man. When I'm in Cali or Denver, I get the same feeling I get anywhere I go. It's just you meet new people and go to new places.
What's the craziest show like y'all ever seen? Like some chick like giving it out to every guy, or like the guy like taking somebody's bitch or something like that. Like you ever had a show like that?
Not really. I mean, when I go to shows or perform, I look forward to peace, man. Be a lot of shit happening. I don't look forward to nothing but performing and getting the hell out of there. But the dopest show I've ever attended was right here in my city when Big Pun came.
Oh, wow. And, that's legend right there.
Yeah, Big Pun came, and, man, I want to say that was like one of my first, second, third concerts I ever attended.
But see, you can actually say you've seen Big Pun in concert. You know how much, like, I would kill to say like, yo, I seen Biggie Pun in concert.
Oh, man, he came to Rochester, man, and wow, it was amazing. That same night we had, who came? It was him. They had these guys, All City, who messed with Onyx. They came. Sticky Fingers was there. Cormega was there. KRS-One. Yeah, I think that by far got to be the best concert or performance I've ever attended.
With you, like, keeping it very raw and authentic, too, I'm wondering, too, if a major label came up to you and said, like, we want to sign you, but you have total freedom control, would you consider doing something like that? Or you like to really keep it independent because you get all the money and you don't have to pay the middleman?
Most certainly. If I had some sense of control, if I had some sense of upper hand, definitely. But for the most part, I would pass on it because, you're never in control with those guys. So if they gave me the opportunity to, bounce my own ball through them, yes, I would do that. Definitely.
Oh, that's an interesting answer because a lot of artists, they would be like, if I get a little bit control, I won't do it. But like, see, you, like, I notice with real people too, like, they're willing to give somebody a chance if it's right. But if that shit don't seem right, it's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. Nah. It has to make sense. Now, I'm not in no position to request to be in control, but I would much rather meet that proposal. Sort of like how West Side Gun has the situation with Shady. They're actually giving him an opportunity to build Griselda. So yeah, if it was down those lines, most definitely, I would definitely compromise and work something out. You know what I mean?
That's crazy how you said that because that's kind of the whole reason why I asked that question.
Yeah. So yeah, West Side Gun is no fool. That's another great friend of mine.
He good people.
Yeah, definitely, and great energy, great character. He's not an asshole. He's not a dickhead. He brought me out in Buffalo. He got me on the album. He keeps in touch here and there. He's a great guy. I love what he's doing. And to take it back to the inspiration, he's another one who inspires me these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
West Side Gun definitely showed me different views and different ways to go about business, as far as merch and releasing, and not just, he's very strategic. He's got it all figured out, formatted, and yeah, man, I love the way he goes about building his brand. Mm-hmm.
See, I'll keep it a buck. A lot of people, they're jumping on the West Side Gunway because they're shady. But see me, I found West Side and Conway through a Combat Jack episode. Rest in peace to Combat. When I heard like all these underground artists through Combat Jack, and it kind of makes me sad that I can never hear no new Combat Jack episodes. I'm just wondering.
No, rest in peace, man. God bless him.
That was a good guy right there. I didn't even meet him, and I could tell he was a good guy.
Yeah, man. Sad to say, I haven't, had the chance to build with Jack, but yeah, man. I'm a great judge of character. You could just tell. He was a solid dude, and definitely gave Gunn a shot. And yeah, man, that was great. That was a great time.
I'm just curious too. Has anybody like from a podcast or like a Rap Radar or Joe Budden ever like reach out to you?
Oh yeah, I mean, Ma has been supporting me. He's presented my music twice on the podcast.
Yeah, that's how I heard the burial song. I'm like, yo, that's Eto right there.
Yeah, right. The first one he presented was the one with me and Mayhem, the High record. But that episode, that episode, they actually had footage of them presenting it. And if you go to my Instagram, you'll see the clip I posted. Joe Budden was hyped, like he loved it. So if you could get Joe Budden's attention, man, shit.
That's what I was just gonna say. I was like, if you could get that dude's attention, you're doing something right.
Yeah, he's very stubborn, and I'm cool with it. I'm just glad that he liked it. And Ma, again, just presented the burial song. So yeah, that was my second little play on there. Hopefully, we could take it to the next level soon. You never know.
Because I know you're a very busy man, sir, so I won't take up much of your time. So I have 2 more questions for you, and I'll let you go, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
I'm just curious too. Is there something like Eto likes, like people wouldn't have never guessed, like country music, PS4, Pokemon, something?
Man, you crazy? Listen, man, I'm a rock. Listen, I do the soft rock music. Not only that, most of my samples come from that, but rock music as a whole, especially 80s, like it's a lot of tunes that I'll never sample because the song is so great. Like, for example, Phil Collins is my favorite. Genesis, Journey, Foreigner, Lou Grammy from here. They don't know. A lot of people don't know he's from Rochester. Doobie Brothers,
wow.
Chicago. Yeah, Chicago, or Billy Joel,
Wow,
yes,
you're saying names I wouldn't even thought of. Wow.
Yeah, I do rock music for real, and I plenty of times I would just listen to it rather than just sampling and creating. Like, yeah, I definitely do rock music. You know what I mean? And I like a lot of international stuff.
Like UK?
Indian music, Russian music. Yeah, bunch of different sounds, African. Because I produce as well, so I'm always, digging for samples and stuff. But, again, a lot of times I don't sample the tunes that I like the best because it's just, you gotta appreciate the sounds, and sometimes you can't sample them motherfuckers, man. They be so dope. Like, I can't touch this one right here,
It's like this classic. I'm not even gonna attempt to touch this.
Mm-hmm.
When you got into producing too, I'm wondering too, when did you start making your own beats?
I started making my own beats in about 02, 03. I caught a case. I caught my first case. It was about, middle teens or so, give or take. And I got on house arrest. During that time, I managed to purchase some gear. I was doing a little homework, earning some funds, working from home on house arrest, and, saved some funds and managed to buy the MPC 2000 XL. I bought it used from a pal of mine. Then I bought my keyboard. So, yeah, I'll say about oh, 02, 03, I started producing.
Oh, so it's nothing new to you.
Yeah, nothing new at all, man. I mean, I produced for Max B, J Hood, Ransom Stack Bundles, of course. I produced for A-Rap, Fabulous Artists from Street Family, J Mills, bunch of artists. Yeah, so I definitely had my share with producing. Not as much as of recent, but I still produce here and there, and yeah, I definitely still got my tips on the pad. You know what I mean?
I like how you said you produce for other artists because like you could have just kept those beats for yourself. Like, oh no, this staying right here.
Well, at one point, I would always produce for me and my team, and we would always rap over my shit. But then it got to the point where I started, networking with other producers, and so I didn't, want to rap over my shit any longer. I would try to shop them, but till this day, I still produce. I haven't rapped over one of my joints in so long, but Promise is coming. I plan on doing the whole tape produced by me solely, and keep up with the producing, man. But I just been recording and working with other producers and been so busy,
I can't help but salute the drive in you, sir, man, because man, that's rare to find, man. So I gotta salute that.
Oh man, all love, man. Thank you, man.
No worries, Eto. So this is the last question I ask all my guests too, and I feel like that you would give a very, very good answer for this question.
Right on.
Do you have any words for somebody in a dark place trying to see the light?
I do, man, and it's very simple, I done fell for a lot of that shit, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of these guys fail to rely on God, we the Lords over here, I'm pretty sure God will call on us. We the war angels.
True that.
I'm pretty sure he'll call on us in his defense. But I mean, only thing I would say is talk to God, man, and rely on the man, because a lot of I don't know. I never fell for the it starts home. It always starts when your parents give you freedom, and you end up in the streets around certain dudes and what have you. So I'm pretty sure every household, every parent at least talked about God. But a lot of niggas came up, their parents were crackheads, dead, or
right here
in jail. So only thing I would recommend for anybody in a dark place trying to see the light is to talk to God, man. That's the only healer right there. You know what I mean? And to think positive, because it's all mental. A lot of these guys ain't free to, they can't free their minds because they're always thinking. Energy is everything. So as long as you think negative, those are the results. That's what you're going to bring forth. So, think positive, talk to God more, and, get the work done. Stop sitting around, crying, you know what I mean, looking for sympathy treatments and what have you. Just fix your situation. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys waiting for shit to happen. They'll be waiting forever. You know what I mean?
Because ain't nobody gonna fix your life but you.
Exactly. So, that's pretty much it, man. Get up, get out, get something. Things around you don't change the things around you. It's very simple.
And I hope so. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, man, it could be all so simple, but a lot of these people make it hard for them because, they don't change the situation. It's simple.
Just like how Wu
I'd
said.
rather be happy than rich. You know what I mean? That's my thing. I'd rather be happy than rich. It's a lot of miserable rich motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So that's my outtake on that.
I don't think anyone ever said that on the show before, so that's actually real shit right there.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, I'm God-fearing. I just said this. You know what I mean? I did the devil's work for years. I had my daughter and everything changed. You know what I mean? Shit happens. We get caught up in shit. We human. Natural shit. It's not nothing I look forward to. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. But other than that, you know what I mean? Just be a good nigga. You gotta be a good nigga. Character is everything. Mm-hmm.
That's facts right there.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any, with that being said too, I hope some kid out there who listens to your music and is in a dark place actually listens to that and be like, wow, I'm gonna take that and run with it.
Yeah, man, I had a few of these guys reach out to me, man, with that, you know. Yo, E, man, you fucking get me by, you know. I listen to you, boom, boom, boom. So, yeah, that shit mean a lot to me, knowing that I could touch these kids or dudes or what have you and, you know, put them in a better state of mind, you know what I mean? Because, like I said, it's all mental. Once a nigga train his mind, free his mind, and dead the negative energy and thoughts, he'll be just fine. Promise. These niggas be tripping. They worried about the wrong shit. You know what I mean? They worried about money, but they need to worry about why they ain't got none. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's backwards.
So yeah, that's pretty much that. You know what I mean?
Is there anything that you'd like to plug in before I let you go, Eto? And once again, I like to send my biggest appreciation, man, because I really do appreciate you doing this, sir.
Oh, man, all love, man. Thank you for having me. Only thing I want to say, man, is Hell's Roof on the way, man. Eto, DJ Muggs. Bunch of videos on the way. Bunch of projects on the way, man. And, yeah, man, look forward to it, man.
With that being said, this is another classic interview from the Desk of Low featuring my guy Eto right here.
Right on. Peace, man.
And
peace.
You
know what time it is, man.
And like I said, Hell's Roof coming soon. Y'all better cop that.
Yeah, Hell's Roof on the way. I'll say mid-Feb. Not sure what day exactly, but look forward to it. It's coming before March. Put it like that.
And we're gonna get it before the end of the year.
What's that?
We're gonna get it before the end of the year.
Oh, yo, most certainly. And a bunch of others.
Oh, wow, okay.
So, yeah, man.
You got like $50 of my money whenever you release, sir.
Yo, all love, man. I got you every trip. Whenever you reach out, I reach back.
I appreciate that, sir. You're a real one.
You know it, man. All love, man. You stay up, man.
You too, my G. Keep it love. One love.
You know it. One.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.